I respect the institution and the concept of marriage. That's why I have not been married. My father was married 3 times. I don't want to do that. I just want to get married once. And I want to get married to the person I love, and I want us to stay together.
Unfiltered. Gather, my people, gather. Put your ear. We have a quick emergency meeting. Now, guys, I have been summoned to appear before our congregation. So here I am, reporting for duty in the middle of this hot-ass heat wave. If that doesn't show you that I love y'all, I don't know what will. So y'all have been on my ass all last week about this Tigger story, sending me messages like, Debs, haven't you seen this Tigger update? Like, when are you going to give us the update? Even responding on my previous video I did about Tigger, telling me, girl, we need an update. Like, I don't know what you're doing with your life, Debs, but you need to come forth. Now, I really need to confess something about that, because this is actually my fault. See, guys, you already know this. Like, your girl is more of a deep dive, storytelling kind of commentator. Now, once I put all my energy into a deep dive and I put it out, guys, I'm done. Case closed. Folder archived. You know how we do. And then, once I do that folder archive, then I move on to the next discombobulation. But the people were like, listen, this is an update that you really have to put this one out, girl, because otherwise it's too late. But I say all this to say, guys, that it is very foreign to me to come back 8 days later with a 3-minute video or a 10-minute video with a 1-minute update. It's just not me. You know, I am one of the YouTubers that need to be able to watch my own videos. Yes, I said it, guys. This is something about me. Sometimes I watch my own videos. Guys, don't tell anybody else. Sometimes I do. Because I feel like when I can watch it and cut up and kiki about my own videos, that I know it's good enough to put it out for y'all. That's just how I feel. You know, and then when I put out a 10-minute video, whatever, it's just not Debs, but yet here we are. And I had to check myself as well, because just because the whole internet is talking about this one topic and I feel like you could watch it at those channels doesn't mean y'all heard it from me. And besides that, we build a whole community. Y'all want to talk amongst each other too. So I got to put it out. Listen, I got to do my part. So I know. Your girl got to do better with the updates. I learned that now. Trust. So let's get to our main subject of today. Tigger. My God, you really have to come to the front, brother. You really have to come to the front for a minute. Because listen, sometimes I talk about you and I'm really calm and I'm really, I try to have some empathy and think. And then other times you get my head so discombobulated and fiery that I want to just smack you across your head. Tigger, today, me and the fam, we are going to get your ass together. I'm going to tell you this one. Aside from that Alicia person, you are going to get it, Tigger, let me tell you. Because imagine trying your whole career to stay private, never really introducing a woman to the public, never really giving us messy relationship drama, telling us, and these were your words, these were not mine, that if you get married, once you get married, you are really going to do the vetting process, because this one should be for life. Hey, guys, vetting process where? Only to walk straight into Miss Looney Tunes herself. Now, where do they do that at, Tigger? What are the odds? And let the streets tell it, Tigger. Didn't everybody and their mama told your ass not to marry this woman? They told you. You didn't listen. Told your ass to leave this woman alone. But no, not you. You wanted the experience. You wanted a nice young thing. You wanted a little spice in your life. Well, let me tell you something, Tigger. You found, not only did you find a paprika, you found your cayenne pepper, you found your ghost pepper, you found yourself a whole seasoning aisle. This woman done came into your life, Tigger, to disrupt your peace, your pockets, your house, your reputation, your blood pressure, and now your whole summer too. Good God. Now, if regret had a face, it would be yours, Tigger. It would be yours. Oh, God. Tigger, y'all see this man? This is what you call down bad. So honestly, guys, if you ask me, y'all were right, family. We need to talk about this ASAP. So let's not prolong my foolishness. Let's not prolong this intro. You already know how we do. Get comfortable. Grab a blanket. Grab a drink. Grab a quick snack, because this is not a very long video, I think. And put your earphones in, depending on where you're at, of course. And let's get into this sinister discombobulation of mess. Y'all ready? Let's get into it.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. And usually I don't do this often.
Now, guys, this is one of those situations where everybody got a version of their own truth. Everybody talking, everybody got receipts, everybody pointing fingers, and now our job is to sit here, sort through the foolishness, and try to make sense of it all. Now, for those of y'all that have still no idea what has been going on, let me give you a real quick recap. About 3 weeks ago, I did a full deep dive on Darian Morgan, also known as Big Tigger, and his wife, Alicia Brown, who he had literally married in March of 2025, guys. So they have only been married for a year and a half. Now, she came forward with a bust-up face and a very cryptic message telling us, and believe me, this is not me discombobulating the sentence. This is exactly how she wrote it. Telling us, please go ask my husband why my face happened. Now, guys, immediately when she said that, I was like, girl, you are standing right there. Why we gotta ask him? But she wasn't done. She wasn't done by a long shot. So she told us, and while you're at it, while you're gonna ask him what happened to my face, ask him also about this Francesca. Alluding to the fact, guys, that Tigger had been cheating on her with his assistant. Well, no, let me retract. Not his assistant. Actually, his co-worker on that V103 radio show. So since she told us to ask him, we did. So we politely knocked on Tigger's door. We were like, Tigger, come to the front, sir. Like, what happened to this woman's face? And Tigger, what's going on with this Francesca? No answer. And you know why? Because his ass was arrested in jail on June the 20th. That is when Tigger was arrested for battery, aggravated battery, and he was also arrested for child cruelty. Now, when I heard that, child cruelty, that immediately, guys, I say immediately, changed the whole temperature in the room for me. Because let me tell you, like, relationship drama is one thing. We deal with that all the time around here. But once a child is mentioned, hey, God, my ears perk up. Now I needed to know exactly what happened. Because those were some serious allegations, guys. So you know what your sister does. I started digging. Now, while all of this was unfolding, the internet decided to go to Francesca's Instagram. And when I tell you they flooded this woman's Instagram, guys, calling her every name under the sun. Homewrecker, harlot, mistress, hoe, everything except her actual name. Bullying her to the highest degree. Basically telling her to immediately, as of that moment, stop sleeping with Tigger. No evidence provided, just the words of this Alicia girl. If you saw the internet streets. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, they almost gave this girl a nervous breakdown. Because eventually, and she had to, eventually this Francesca woman, she came forth.
This week has been the most challenging moment of my personal and my professional life. Throughout my 16-year career, I've worked tirelessly to build a reputation that is rooted in professionalism, integrity, and respect. And, despite these last few days, those values remain unchanged for me. I would like to reiterate that I have never, nor will I ever, have an affair with anyone in a relationship or marriage.
Shut down the whole thing. But I digress. So later that day, on the 20th of June, that day that Tigger had been arrested, he posted bail, $10,000, got released, and naturally, the moment he stepped his crusty toe into his house, we asked him again, and we said, Tigger, come back over here, because we still have questions that have not been answered. What happened to this woman's face? Talk to us. You better tell us something. Because let's be honest, guys, by this point, his entire career was hanging on by a thread. So we were like, either you come forth or this done. So he responded because, of course, he had to.
Over the past several days, there's been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life. I want to say categorically, these allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false, untrue, not happening, didn't happen. Additionally, it's important to clarify that Francesca and I have never been anything more than friends and respected colleagues. I'd like to apologize to you, Francesca, for the impact of these last few days or this last week. I hope you accept my apology.
So when Tigger came forth and told us that he would cooperate fully and he trusted that the truth will eventually come to light, we were like, okay, let's sit this one out. Let's not be too hasty. Let's wait for the truth to come to light, as this brother so beautifully said. Because guys, if we're being fair, Tigger has never really been that problematic. I mean, he pretty much stayed out of the blogs. Now, there were a few rumors, him being an asshole. Some people really feel that, him being gay and, some small things. But he has never really been problematic. Never really attached his name to a whole bunch of scandals. Now, being rude, guys, is not a crime. Is it annoying? Yes. Criminal? No. So I said, okay, let's wait. Let's see what the truth is, because he was so adamant about that. So I was like, let's wait. And then, child, let me tell you, the truth came to light, but it didn't just come to light. It kicked down the whole damn door. Because while all of us were sitting here, just minding our business, trying to survive this economy, avoiding heat strokes, avoiding heartbreaks, paying these outrageous grocery prices, all the things, guys, a police report dropped on our laps telling us that Alicia accused Tigger of pushing her into the office door, causing those deep cuts in her face. Remember when I showed you these deep cuts? Then all of a sudden she came back on the internet. Remember, guys? Then the cuts were gone. We were like, what? But apparently that was because this whole thing happened May 9th. So everything now started to connect. Now, according to the court documents, Alicia told the investigators, listen, me and Tigger got in an argument. I went into his phone. Now, when I went into his phone, I saw the most disturbing text, pictures, and messages on his phone. Now, I have to be honest, guys. Now my wheels started turning because I was like, Tigger, let me ask you something. Because according to Alicia, you and that Miss Francesca have been bumping and grinding all up and through these radio hallways. So naturally, one can assume that those text messages and pictures that Alicia girl saw in that phone of yours had something to do with these allegations. But then my brain started spinning even more. Guys, you know how it works with me. So I was like, now Tigger, you really tried to hide these things. Now, of course, you done some dirt. So it could be that you cheated with this Francesca, but I don't think. But what was in that phone? Could it have been something else? Something that had absolutely nothing to do with Francesca or any other woman. Something you would have prayed would never see the light of day.
You ever party with Diddy?
Not on the West Coast. I have been to 2 or 3 New Year's Eve functions at his house. Probably 2 or 3 of the best New Year's Eves I ever had. It's everything that you heard a Diddy party was. Let me back that up.
Say less.
I've never been to the freak off. I've never been an overnight guest.
I'm just wondering. I mean, don't cuss me out. I am just wondering. Nevertheless, the judge was not playing around, and he granted Alicia a TPO, temporary protective order, against Tigger, basically meaning, sir, you got to go. So not only did the judge order him to stay away from that Alicia 200 yards away from her, he also said, for now, stay away from those children. Then the judge granted Alicia exclusive use of their family home, again telling Tigger, pack your things and go. Because listen, sir, this ain't your house no more. Now, as a matter of fact, hand in them gate remotes from the house, hand them in too. And while you're at it, also hand in the access to those Ring cameras, because Tigger blocked her out of all the access to those Ring camera footage because, he knew the things were recorded. So he blocked her out, changed password, did all the things. But the judge said, not so fast. Hand over the things. He cut her off of that whole home security system. The judge was not having that, guys. And then he also been threatening her because he been telling her, listen. If this makes the public, you will lose everything. Now, what he really meant with that, or what we were about to see, we still do not, we know a little bit because we've seen the footage now, but there's more. And I'm telling you guys, this is an absolute mess. When I tell you mess. Now, despite all of this, Tigger was still denying every single allegation. Every single one. From the arrest, the abuse allegations, all of it, guys. He wasn't budging. 10 toes down. But then, guys, then leave it up to the universe. A piece of disturbing footage came across our desk. And when I tell you that by looking at that, the internet completely stopped. It paused. Look at it, guys. Now, I'm not going to play the audio because I have to be honest with you guys. This is very triggering to me. And I know it could be triggering for a lot of people too, but we are going to see something else in a minute that is also very triggering. But as we could see here, guys, this man was, manhandling her into getting his property. So seeing this footage triggered a lot of people. Now, some right away believed Alicia. They were like, listen, to me, this is enough. Case closed. Even though that we know that this woman is a little bit on the crazy side. Seeing this is all we needed to see. Tigger, you're guilty. And then there were other people, guys, and they were absolutely not that convinced.
Her character is responsible for him being jobless right now in a hard economy. And so I guess she took something when he said stop, and then he just grabbed her. She broke loose, and as she broke loose, like boom, her head hit the wall. You had to go down there to family court and file paperwork on her to put out the house, only to let her back in and tell her, stop, Alicia, stop. And then boom, she hit her head on the wall, and now you're accused of hitting her. I grew up in the hood. I done seen this beat women. This wasn't it.
But then, guys, another piece of footage came out. And this time, it was a clearer piece of footage.
Get off of me! Give me back my phone. Get off of me! Give me back my phone. You know what do you need it for?
Get off of me.
What do you need it for?
Get off of me. Please get off of me.
As soon as you give me my phone.
Please get off of me.
My phone.
Please get off of me.
Registered in my name.
Please get off of me.
Give me my phone.
You're sticking my ear in my ear.
Sorry.
Get off of me.
Give me my phone.
Please get off of
You
me.
can stay right on the floor.
You're a fucking manhandler.
I'm not manhandling my phone.
Tigger,
Give
get
me
off.
my phone.
Do you not see all them crying?
Give me
Bro,
my phone.
why did
Stop.
you
I'm
do
not
that?
doing that.
Yes,
She
you did.
dropped. She dropped. She dropped.
Bro, you're literally stepping on her.
I'm not stepping on her, Alex. I just want my phone. She can give me the phone and it'll be over. She can give me the phone and it would be over.
Bro, just get over her. She's gonna
I'm
give you.
not on her at all. Give me my phone.
Get off of me,
Give me my phone.
Dude, if I was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing this.
If you say so. Give me my phone.
Bro, just get off her. You can buy a new phone. Get off of me! Mr. Tigger! Get off of me! Mr. Tigger, get off! Mr. Tigger, get off of her now!
So now, guys, we see where this child cruelty comes in. And this really breaks my heart. Because especially since I hear this boy is such a polite boy. Now, you might ask, why do you think he's such a polite boy? Now, the way he screamed at Tigger, still calling him Mr. Tigger, Mr. Tigger, Mr. Tigger. Guys, leave her alone. Oh, God, that breaks my heart. Now, listen, this is how I feel about it. Now, this is Debs' opinion. I don't care how discombobulated their brain is. If a person hasn't touched you or hasn't harmed you in any way, but they are causing disruption, I feel like you immediately have to call the authorities. Now, you might tell me, but Debs, isn't that a little bit different when, you're in a relationship, you don't want to call the authorities on the other person? Listen, guys, it already went too far. What are we waiting for? And especially when you know you are dealing with a person that is this unhinged, because she really reminds me of, that movie, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate / Fatal Attraction / Basic Instinct. Like, this woman, Alicia, oh God, guys. She, oh God, one bag of misery this woman is. But I'll get to her in a minute. I don't care how high profile you think you are, Tigger. When things like this happen, you have to involve them right away. Because look at your life now. Look at your life now. And you know what the rules are. It can't be that you're that dumb, Tigger. Now, the person that involves the authorities, the person that calls the police first or whatever, they, most of the time, in the beginning, have the upper hand. And besides that, Tigger, let me be very honest with you. You can't put your hands on anyone like that. Now, I know you're frustrated. Now, I know she had your properties. That's why I'm telling your ass to have called the police sooner, doing all of this in front of that boy. Crazy. I'll get on Alicia in a minute. I know you were frustrated, but brother, you know this was not right. However, because there is a however coming. If I'm very honest, guys, even though I do not, and I repeat, I do not condone this violence. I do not condone none of this. I think this was manipulation at its finest. At its finest, guys. Now, hold on before you get into my ass. I know, I told you, I do not condone this. I don't like this at all. But I do think this is the highest form of manipulation. Now, am I biased? Could be. Because according to the deep research I did on this woman, there's a lot of information that I have about her, guys, that I cannot just push to the side. According to all that information, we are dealing with some kind of loony. A little bit. I am very sorry. So when I look at this piece of footage, you have another man's property in your hands. Now, this is where her loony self comes in. You are laying there on that floor, Alicia. Now you're seeing that your son is recording the whole thing. So now you go in full as the world turns mode. Hey, if you see acting, A-level, Oscar-worthy acting, premium. Because now you're laying on that floor. Now, when you ask me, guys, the most natural reaction for, normal, sane people would be if you see your son recording this, wouldn't you just get up and give him his damn phone since it's his phone? You would collect your child and just distance yourself from the situation. That's what I would think that you would do as a parent. But not you, Alicia, not you. Because you are 2 fries short of a Happy Meal. So you definitely were not thinking that. You were thinking about doing this whole preparation for getting his ass in court because that's what you do. We've heard this before.
From the time that she was pregnant, had the baby, and we both tried to raise her, she did not really want me involved in Aaliyah's life. So it had always been a struggle to be consistently involved in Aaliyah's life without the court's help.
What did she send you to jail for that first time?
I've always went to jail, ironically, for the same charge, and it was for assault.
Now, Tigger, we can establish that you did some low-down-ish because the way you put your whole body into the line of fire to get that phone tells me that whatever is in that phone, hey, guys, listen, my internet cloud hackers, bring me that piece of footage. I need to see what is in that phone. I need to see footage. I need to see text. I need to see messages, pictures as well. Drop it all. Debs Unfiltered at Outlook.com. Thank you. Now let the streets tell it, Tigger. You guys were separated at that time. Nobody knew. Now you are also summoned not to go near her. So I don't know the timeline exactly, but your ass wasn't supposed to be there. I'm talking about the second clip as well. And Tigger, don't let me find out that your ass was also trespassing. Oh, God. You have a problem on your hands. Can you imagine, Tigger? Because this is what the other man is going through, too. You have to deal with this discombobulated Looney Tune Crash Bandicoot of a woman for 18 years minimum. And to think of the fact that one phone call, could have changed the whole narrative to your story. Now, I understand that this is the mother of your son and you didn't want to do this directly and involve the authorities and the police. But she is the mother of your son, Tigger. But she's also a slightly deranged woman, Tigger. Allegedly, but I said it. She left her kid in a freezing cold car for 8 hours while sitting her ass up in that casino, playing Russian roulette and blackjack. Tigger, that is where the story should have ended for you. It should have deaded the story right then and there. You spend your whole life searching for that one that is good enough to be Tigger's wife. You did the vetting process. You talked about this numerous of times on your show. I'm looking for the one, that is worthy to be your wife.
I wanted to keep it real, people. I have to like what I see. And this doesn't mean that you have to be a model, you have to be a certain complexion, a certain dress size. I have to like what I see. When I roll over in the morning, I need to be like, yes, that's how I feel about it. Equally as important is your intelligence, the way that we communicate and our personalities, how we get together. I need a goal-driven, a woman who has goals, compassionate, affectionate. I'm affectionate. Ultimately, I have this list of things. Everyone has this list of things. And you need to prioritize your list. What are the most important things on your list? I've shortened my list a couple times. One of the things on my list is I'm 39, I'll be 40 in December. I've never been married, I don't have any kids. So I would love a woman who didn't have any kids. So I want to go through that experience for the first time with my wife. As I reached 39, finding a woman who has no kids get a little sketchy. So I have to put a little asterisk next to that on my list. I just want, my best friend.
And your ass picked up that one fool, a cold-blooded felon, heavy in cyber tech that speaks Russian. Where do you know they do that at? Now, Tigger, you must love an adventure. This really makes me upset because now I'm sitting here, Tigger, and now I'm wondering all these years that I have been listening to you and that radio. I've been listening to a dumb man for all these years of my life. Jesus. And let's not forget that this woman, this combobulated woman, because now everybody is focusing on the fact, oh, he done her wrong. Now this is domestic violence. That's why I told you in the beginning of this video, there are multiple truths at the same time. That's why it makes this case so complex. Because let's not forget that this Alicia, her child, her daughter, that has been missing ever since she was 10, now she is 17 because she has been missing for 7 years, has been stashed away by Alicia somewhere. Let the dad tell it.
So January 9th or sometime in mid-January, that's when the order went into place. By March, it all blew up. So I only had a month of custody, basically, before she enacted her plan. The judge gave me custody, primary, and we were to split physical, so she could still have visitation. But the primary orders, the legal custody was fully in my favor. When it was time to go to bed that night at the foster house, a white SUV came to the house. My daughter, quote unquote, ran away, and that's how she vanished. And mom has a white SUV at that time.
What?
And not only that, guys, Alicia have been a prime suspect ever since. Next to the fact that she had not only been accused, but also sentenced for the child neglect, child endangerment, confinement, kidnapped because she was confined. Oh, God. For all the things, she was also sentenced. We cannot forget that. In 2019, still a prime suspect in that Baltimore, in a case that involves abduction and disappearing of a 10-year-old missing child. Plus, and this to me is the biggest part, plus, she had lost all her parental rights. That's why I tell you, if you haven't watched my video, go and watch. The judge ordered that years ago. She lost all her parental rights. Now, Tigger, for you, when you do your vetting process, because I really need to know how you do your vetting because it is rubbish. Because only if you would have seen that, I don't care how old she was in the begin 20s then. Now she's in her mid 30s. When she did that with that child, wasn't that enough for you? She lost the parental rights. Here you go. This could be the mother of my child. I've waited 74 years to find a wife and to finally get married and, dead all these gay allegations and whatever. But now I really found the one that lost all her parental rights. Tigger. Oh, guys, this saga is deep. Absolutely deep. Because remember, Alicia's ex-baby daddy, he came forth as well telling us, listen, you don't even know the half of it. Crazy is not even, a proper word to describe her because she also had another daughter. Yes, and that daughter, I don't know, she looks about 4 or 5 years old or whatever. And she named that daughter the same name to cover up that missing child report. So when you type in the name of that daughter, then, that new daughter comes up telling us this crazy madness.
I'm not going to say his name. I'll just call him JR. That's the child before Tigger's is a young girl. And ironically, her name is Alicia Brown as well. But she goes by Autumn.
Wait a minute. Darrell, stop.
2 children named Alicia Brown. Yes.
Why? Why do we have 2 children with the same name?
Well, one could only guess that because when you're searching for a missing child, you would hope that this baby comes up that's, alive and well and no one's looking for. So it throws off your search records, it throws off school records, it throws off identification purposes.
Oh, God, guys. Yeah, this is deep. Now, Tigger, he also gave your ass a warning, too.
So, Darrell, when you hear that Alicia is now dating or married to Tig and now pregnant, what was your intention of reaching out to Tig? And tell us what happened.
Awareness. I reached out to him really to ask, do you know about this? Because I'm still in contact with law enforcement, and this goes to Alicia and Tigger. So Alicia, I want you to know I know who's involved now. And Tigger, I want you to get out in front of this because you're looking complicit in this. So if you don't want to be complicit, I urge you to tell the truth about this girl's whereabouts because I know who's involved now.
Which brings us to our latest, our current events. Now, if this whole situation wasn't already messy enough to start a whole damn Tubi movie, guys, and just when it looked like Alicia had the upper hand in this whole situation, calling the police, getting Tigger arrested, getting him kicked out of the house, and having the whole entire internet drag his ass, that victory lap of her didn't even last one episode. Because when I tell you, boom, plot twist. On Monday, July the 6th of 2026, the Hart County Sheriff's Office received an alert because Alicia's SUV triggered their automated alarm system when she was driving north on that Interstate 85. Now, when I first read that, I was like, okay, I was already alerted because I saw that face Alicia, but I was like, was this a regular traffic stop that turned into something else? Or what is this? Now, allegedly, what this turned out to be is that this woman was a wanted fugitive. And according to the authorities, there was an outstanding warrant for her arrest. That Maryland was on her ass when we thought they were sleeping. Now, all of this, guys, was connected to the 2019 child custody case. She lost all her parental rights. That girl was supposed to go to her dad, so it was all connected to that. The judge ordered it, but it never happened because the moment the dad wanted to get the girl vanished and have been vanished for 10 years. Now, hold on. Didn't Aaliyah's dad told your ass, Tigger, and that of Alicia, that he was coming for your asses? Didn't he tell us that he was close to figuring this all out, to unravel, and to uncover this whole mess?
Again, I know who's involved, and I'm saying that on purpose because I know who's involved now, and I'm telling you, you all will be held responsible once this all is over with. So again, Tigger, get in front of this. Don't be complicit when it's time because I'm not going to. No one's going to hear your ignorance as an excuse.
Now, people be telling the truth, but sometimes people don't believe people until the handcuffs come out. So now Alicia is facing a felony charge for the interference of this whole child custody case. And she's waiting now to be extradited to Maryland. When I tell you guys, when I think this story cannot get any crazier, it adds on one layer. I cannot believe it. Now, during that whole traffic stop, the police also recovered 2 children. As a matter of fact, guys, let me read this article for y'all. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Big Tigger's estranged wife, Alicia Brown, arrested on kidnapping warrants in Georgia. So the ongoing legal drama surrounding Big Tigger and his estranged wife, Alicia Brown, has taken yet another unexpected turn. According to TMZ, Brown was arrested Monday night in Georgia after authorities located her SUV during a felony traffic stop on the Interstate 85. Officials say deputies were searching for the vehicle in connection with outstanding kidnapping-related warrants issued out of Maryland. And in that Maryland, she went to that casino playing that blackjack. And hey, guys, law enforcement officials told the outlet that Brown was taken into custody without incident and 2 children who were inside the vehicle were safely recovered. TMZ reports that one of the children was the son Brown shares with Big Tigger, you see, whose legal name is Darian Morgan. Authorities say Brown is facing a felony interference with child custody charge in Georgia and is expected to be extradited to Maryland. Investigators reportedly allege the Maryland warrant stemmed from the 2019 disappearance of a 10-year-old child. Additional details surrounding the allegations have not yet been released publicly. But that all that allegations, deep dive on that, I already gave y'all in that previous video. Now, Alicia, you have full custody of them children now, but you lost custody of one, and not for a very minor reason. So I am wondering how long you're going to keep custody of these 2 children. And I know that given the fact that you left that girl in that freezing cold car in the winter, 8 hours, that Tigger is going to do everything in his power to get full custody of his son. Guys, this ain't over. You really thought you had the upper hand, girl. This man, and I'm not saying it's right what he did. I'm not saying this at all. I said my piece. But you thought everything was planned out. You cyber tech extraordinaire. You thought you all had it. But you forgot. You so forgot your one case, girl. Do you really think that girl's father would leave this and just, oh, she's missing? I have full custody, granted full custody, but whatever. Is that what you really thought? Now, because Alicia is currently incarcerated, legal experts, of course, now say that this whole custody battle also between her and Tigger gets extra complicated now. And does that surprise us, guys? Of course not. Because we know that some judges don't look at just one case. They look at the totality of everything. And so do the attorneys. Now, Alicia, let your accolades tell it. You are a very smart woman. Sharp, very intelligent, very calculated. Let the people tell it. But I'm going to have to respectfully, sis, disagree. Because, sis, you managed to get yourself in a whole lot of shit where I don't think anytime soon you are going to get out of. But wait, guys, wait, because we're still not done. Let's pile another problem on top of this already steaming mountain of garbage. Francesca Amiker. Oh, yes. She is coming for your ass. Because on June the 30th of 2026, this 4-time Emmy winner, journalist, and co-host of this radio show on Feed 103 filed a federal defamation lawsuit against Alicia's ass. So according to Francesca, during the month of May and June, Alicia started and launched a whole entire smear campaign against her. Now, if y'all remember, guys, this goes all the way back to Alicia tagging Francesca in that post where she said, "Go ask my husband what happened to my face." She tagged her in it. Then she proceeded to say, "And go ask my husband what's with this Francesca." I already told you that Francesca then said, "Absolutely not. You're not going to do this to me and my career." So in this whole case, she came forward and she said, listen, this Alicia, this crazy girl, she did this intentionally. She painted this picture of me having an affair with Big Tigger, of me being a home wrecker, a mistress, and a woman that, destroys marriages. She did this on purpose. Now, let me tell you guys, this is not even the part that made me stop chewing. Because when she said that, the part that really got me is when she said, and you know why she did this? So now I was like, why? She said she did this all to launch her damn app. Now, I paused immediately because, guys, as we know, Alicia is the cyber tech extraordinaire. Now, Francesca said, listen, guys, when she posted that post of her face and everything, and she tagged me in it, then she made the allegation that I was the mistress. Moments later, she made another post. And she said, now that I got your attention, app loading. Guys, I'm telling you, this gets even worse. Now, according to Francesca, this new app that Alicia was loading was called the She Said, He Said app. And she was using these allegations to basically, hype up that app. Now, if that is the truth, now, you are already crazy. Alicia, I'm sorry, you're very crazy in my eyes, very discombobulated, very unhinged, very dangerous. If that is really true, what Francesca is saying, you are even more conniving, even more evil than I thought. So Francesca said the timing that she launched that app and launched these messages, that timing is wild. Now, I need the jury to decide what this case is, because I am going to sue her ass for $75,000 in punitive damages. Now, Francesca, let me tell you something. I think that it's very smart that you did that, telling the jury to decide, because in this way, you can play on their emotions. So I think you have a strong case. Don't let a judge decide your fate. Let the jury do it. Now, Francesca also said that all this internet chaos that Alicia caused, it cost her appearances, business opportunities, put her to some serious online harassment. Now, that I have seen with my own eyes. And it even forced her to hire an expensive crisis, because this was a crisis, management team. Now, once you have to do that, guys, you already know that is money. That is real money that you have to spend. Now, she wants all that money back. Alicia's attorneys, in her defense, asked her to stay completely silent. However, you already know this girl. She couldn't help herself. So she put out a little statement. This statement read, "Unfortunately, a lot is going to come out through my testimony and that of my husband." She also claimed that the messages, the text messages, the pictures, everything is going to vindicate her fully. But so does Tigger. Now, Tigger is sick, guys. He is sick. Now, this man is going through it. Now, he put out something too. Let's look at his statement. "For as long as I have been in this industry, my focus has always been to keep the spotlight on the culture and the incredible people I get to interview. But right now, my personal life is in the public eye and has become the subject of overwhelming speculation and misinformation." Now, I don't know what exactly is misinformation, Tigger, but we've seen some footage too, but please inform us. "Through all of this, what hurts the most is being away from my son. Nothing is more important to me than being a great father. So I've decided to step away from the mic for a while, to focus on my family and give my legal team the room they need. As I previously said, I unequivocally deny every allegation, and I'm looking forward to clearing my name. Thank you so much for all the love and support." Now, Tigger, what I think is that you've been fired. Now, I don't know if that is true, allegedly, but we have seen this time and time again when people come out with these PR, texts, and "I'm stepping away." You have to step down, sir. This is what I think. This is really what I think. But it could be that if you are all innocent in this, Fee 103 is willing to take your ass back. Now, I don't think that the numbers you are doing at Fee 103 are that spectacular, but you are a big name, Tigger. And you have a great voice, and still people love listening to you. So I can imagine them taking you back, but Tigger, you are dealing with a crazy one. This ain't over by a long shot, and she's not going to let it go. Now, this story, guys, is nowhere near over. This is going to take quite some time. As a matter of fact, guys, I don't think we're even halfway through. Now, y'all don't have to ask me anymore to do an update. Your girl is fully invested now. You guys gave me a lash. And I will be on the updates of all the topics I cover. So don't even ask me anymore. Because I have questions, guys. The fact that this woman have been able to evade, the authorities for 7 years is beyond me. I have questions about that. I need to research that. Because how is that even possible? Now, there are many things to this case, Francesca's case. Is she going to win the money, custody battle? Oh, guys, listen, this story. Videos after videos are coming. I have a feeling. So family, listen, now I want to hear from y'all. What do you think about all of this? After all of this came out, who are you believing right now? Whose side are you actually on? Or are you just sitting there just like me, just waiting for the next plot twist? Now, you already know how we do it, guys. Let's cut up in the comments. Drop a like, drop a subscribe for your girl. Show me some love, and I'll see you in the next one. I have a lot of videos to put out, guys. Listen, one more week of work, then I'm off. You are going to be sick of me. Sick. I am coming in daily. Just wait. Love you, fam. Peace.